Hello, and welcome back. Where I decided to rest at the nearby campsite, but then they were like, "Hey, talk to us. I have to socialize with my party now." I'll pick Dohalim.
Dohalim, care if I hang out for a while? I wanted to ask you something.
I'm all ears.
How much contact did you have with the other lords back in the day?
I only saw or exchanged words with them on a handful of occasions. Not that I was particularly keen on even that much.
Almadria made it sound like the two of you had some kind of history together.
She was like that with all of the lords, not just me. She was always interested in who she could use, who had value for her own ends. Having said that, she wasn't quite so brazen back when we were still in Lenegus. In a sense, she may have been a victim of the crown contest as well.
Almadria? A victim?
To a Renan, there is no greater honor in life than being chosen to serve as a lord, let alone to go on and become the next sovereign. We are taught that from the day we leave the womb. There are few Renans who wouldn't be ecstatic at the prospect of ascending to lordship.
You were like that though, right? You've always struck me as a more grounded guy.
No sane Renan would ever dare admit that their interests lie in anything but power and prestige, even if they feel so in their heart of hearts.
The more you talk about it, the more it seems like the crown contest is nothing but misery for Renans, too.
Which is why I seek to end it. Not that I imagine Dahnans such as Rinwell are all that interested in hearing tales of woe such as mine.
Yeah. Oh, we're now closer to Dohalim.
Do you mind watching our camp tonight?
At least he asked.
Once we finish eating, we should get going.
I have to find that really big Zoogle. Oh, it's all the way over there. There's no... This is the fast travel location. I could have fast traveled a little bit closer, but you know what? That's fine. I like doing things the hard way.
Guess I misread the landing.
Yeah, there it is. I think I can get over there with the coming ladder or vines. Excuse me, Shocky boys. Alright, let's do it. Oh wow, they got really close to me too. Oh jeez, I hear them. Well... Doesn't look too bad.
I'd steer clear of that Zoogle if I were you.
This one?
That weak, huh?
It should, I'm gonna try it anyways. Oh! That's way higher than us.
I'm not done yet.
That's no ordinary stray there.
We'd best stay out of its way for now.
Wow, the game had pity on me. I'm gonna load. Because I used some items and I'm not happy about it.
Yikes! Don't make eye contact with it.
Yeah, I'm fully aware. The game tried to tell me, I was like, no, I'm gonna do it anyways, because fuck you. Damn. Oh, I hate it. Oh, that was such a royal ass beating.
Good to be back in familiar territory.
I'll just talk to you now.
Sorry.
Excuse me, ma'am, I have some bad news. It's your son, he's... It's okay. I know. You do? Then, what are you doing? I have work that must be done today, since my son can no longer work. It's like this here too, huh?
Alright.
Forget about your work, or better yet, think of tending to your son as your task for today. Very well, I'll get to work.
How can she think of putting her son to rest as work? Because that's the way people were made to think about every aspect of their lives.
I know she doesn't mean anything bad by it. I know that, but...
It looks like she went out of town to take care of her son's body.
That's a little concerning. There's Zoogles roaming around out there. We should follow after her.
That we should. Where is she? Yeah, she's over there. Which isn't that far away from my doohickey. I'm gonna restart my timer. This is like an extra
You guys
8
wanna
minutes
rest
of
here?
nothing happening.
Yes.
Then I'll get started. Bring me some fire.
What?
Wait, you intend to burn your child? That's right. That's how you do it. I don't understand. Wouldn't a more formal funeral procession be more appropriate? I'm sorry. Have I done something wrong? Tell me, do you have no custom where relatives of the deceased may say their final farewells? Not really. How could we have on Dahna? Up until recently, our people were too busy toiling away to think of burial rites. Among Renans, it's customary for relatives to send the remains out into the heavens. Why not introduce such a practice to Dahna? We believe that, in doing so, the deceased spirits shall join the flow of astral energy that travels the cosmos. We could never do something like that. It's the last chance for the bereaved to see their loved ones. Surely, something should be done to honor their memory. But death is a part of everyday living for us. Dahnans. You really think we're going to ship bodies into space somehow every single day? I simply felt that something more ought to be done. When the Rena still ruled over us, we didn't even know if it was safe to build grave sites. As bodies decompose, they can spread disease. We didn't have any other choice in how we could bury our people. Rinwell. Don't think for a second I've forgiven everything that the Renas have done, or that the Renas did to us. Tell me, Alphen, do you know why none of us have last names like them? Let me tell you why. It's because we outnumbered them, and they denied us our culture to stop us from uniting against them. Enough. Your people steal so much from us as it is, and on top of that, you have the gall to try and make us live like you too? If you hate it here so much, why don't you just turn them all hollow? That's enough! No more. Lenegus could strike at any time. And here we are, fighting among each other. Among ourselves. We're all well aware of the suffering and hatred we each harbor. But if we're going to coexist, we have to recognize each other's differences. And that's what we're all working together to achieve. To bring an end to this whole system. Begin to live together side by side. That's what I believe. And that's why I'm here. If any of you think differently, then be my guest and leave. I'll break down every last barrier, even if I have to do it alone. Indeed. I sincerely apologize. I considered you a true friend, but it would appear that I have yet to reckon with our people's dark history in earnest.
I'm afraid not.
Rinwell, I completely accept the blame in all of this. Words cannot express how very sorry I am for clearly offending you so deeply.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry for lashing out at you as hard as I did, Dohalim. I guess I'm still working through a lot of emotions. I know you were only thinking about what was best for her son, too. Rinwell, I'd like you to teach me about the culture and history of this planet. Perhaps that will help us begin to bridge the gap. Huh? Sure. I don't mind. Could you maybe teach me about Rena too, then, please? You two are more alike than you realize sometimes. I'm glad we were able to patch things up. We've lost a lot of people, or we've lost enough good people along the way as it is. Sorry for the distraction. Let's lay your son to rest. We'll do it the Dahnan way.
Good.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for granting me that task. Don't mention it. It's the least we could do for you as his mom. Well, because all of you, my son is at peace now. Rest assured, we intend to build a future for this world that would make him proud.
That little speech you gave back there was pretty impressive, Alphen.
If you call letting your emotions get the better of you impressive, sure.
It made them stop fighting with each other, right? However you managed it, you knocked some sense into Rinwell and Dohalim, and that mother.
Yeah. I can see my decision to travel with you was well made.
And skip.
Something's eating at you again, huh?
I don't know if I would say that. I mean... Actually, I guess I do have one or two things on my mind. My people, we lived in hiding, so we never really experienced the full extent of Renan oppression. Not directly, anyway. After Almadria killed my mother and father, though, I guess that's when I started hating them so much. The Renans, I mean. But then I think of all those people who were born into slavery. The ones who never even got angry in the first place because it was all they ever knew.
I hear you. Every city we've been to, it's the resistance that gets labeled the troublemakers for having the guts to do the right thing.
When it comes down to it, sometimes I wonder which of us really has the better way.
You can't let your anger eat away at you, Rinwell. But then again, losing your parents that way... Hell, who could really blame you for it if you did? I guess what I'm trying to say is... sorry. Hell, it's hard putting this stuff into words.
No, I get it. You're saying that grief and anger are different than hatred. I never thought of it like that. But hearing you say it, it makes sense. Thanks, La.
You're welcome?
Yeah, what's next? Rest at the Plesian Inn. Okay. I don't remember where that is. It's just in Plesian. Maybe it's that thing in the corner? Yeah, it is. Plesian had an inn?
I think we've helped these people just about as much as we can. They're going to need more long-term aid than we can provide on our own.
You're right. We need to ask the other realms to send help, and fast. Another reason to hurry and find a way out of Ganath Haros.
Agreed. We'll start looking for a way out tomorrow. For now, we should spend the day resting up while we can.
Look at how flowy my cape is. Not cape, the shirt. The whatever this is, the tunic. Look at how flowy. Anyways. Thanks for all your hard work. You're free to rest here, if you like. Sure. Sleep.
What?
What's that noise?
Alvin, this is bad! Look at the sky!
Huh?
What's happening to Rena and Lenegis?
It looks like Lenegis is transforming? But into what? What's going on?
How the hell are we supposed to fight the Renans if they're packing that kind of arsenal?
It seems they've broken their silence at last. My concern is that object they've dropped into the water. It's as if they're driving a literal wedge into Dahna.
Not just into Dahna, but her own resistance, too. And what's with that beam of light coming down from above? Got any idea what that could be?
Astral Energy.
Are you serious? All of that is Astral Energy? But that...
It's a lot for sure. Not even all the Astral Energy harvested by every lord combined compares to that column.
They're trying to squeeze every last bit of energy out of the planet.
But why? I thought they only needed to harvest astral energy as part of the crown contest.
Who cares? If we don't stop it now, the whole of Dahna is going to be hollowed into oblivion.
Oblivion.
Do you think that red woman is behind this?
It certainly wouldn't surprise me. Just as the Sovereign, the Maiden, and all 5 Master Cores are gathered in one location, she appears out of nowhere bearing a 6th core. She then forces the 2 of you to help her assemble the Renis Alma. Just what kind of person is this woman?
You mean you don't know her?
Pardon?
She was there at your palace, wasn't she? I figured you knew who she was.
Are you saying I should be familiar with this woman?
Well, sure. I remember seeing her with you back at Adelina Palace several times. Everyone in the guard always wondered who she was.
Now that you mention it, I remember seeing her with Balsef, too. You saw her, right, Shion? Shion?
Oh, sorry, I drifted off. As far as I remember, the first time I saw her was when we ran into her in Pelagian.
Seriously? How could you two not notice her before? She sticks out like a sore thumb.
I guess I always figured she kept an eye on the lords for the Renan top brass.
You're sure you don't remember ever seeing her before?
I'm certain of it. My memory has never failed me.
But if it's not that, then...
We'll get to the bottom of this later. Right now, that wedge is a bigger concern.
Well, what are we gonna do then? We're not gonna be able to leave Ganath Haros until we come up with a plan, right?
Cyslodia lies beyond the northern mountain range.
Yeah, but we haven't found a single route through those mountains while we've been here. And we haven't gotten clues from any of the freed locals either.
Surely there must be a way through. This realm can't have been completely isolated from the rest of the outside world for 300 years. Volron may have simply sealed and hidden it.
Okay, then let's try asking the townspeople again if they know anything. Who knows? We might have missed something the first time around.
Sounds good to me. Better that than trying to build a boat from scratch. Let's start searching.
That must be Rena's true power.
I imagined there would be something, but not to this extent.
What's gonna happen now?
We ask around. Let's do what we can.
Hello. Some shit's going down. When that thing dropped out of Lenegis, the sound, my oh my. I thought the mountains were collapsing. That's helpful.
Hey, when that wedge dropped down on Dahna, did anyone else see any weird lights shoot out with it?
Indeed. As I recall, it was 4 lights, each one a different color and going in a separate direction.
That's what I saw too. What were they?
Hold on. A lot just happened here, so let's take a minute. For now, let's focus on one thing at a time.
Escape.
I bet the whole of Dahna's losing its mind right about now.
And just when we'd finished liberating all the realms. So much for things getting somewhere close to normal.
It's too calculated. As if whoever's behind all this was watching us.
The people of Pelagian seem pretty unfazed given the circumstances.
They've yet to get the full range of their emotions back. Maybe it's for the best. Can you imagine the panic otherwise?
Yeah, we wouldn't have been able to leave. That's for sure.
Whatever Lenegis is planning, it's a fair bet this wedge they've sent down is just the beginning.
Even now, they're stealing away Dahna's astral energy as we speak. Come on. We don't have much time.
Okie doke. You trying to find a way out of the other out to the other realms? Can't say I've ever heard about anything. If we knew about anything like that, we wouldn't have had to hunker down in Thistleum. Okay. I'm stuck. Hey! You're trying to get to the other realms without a sturdy boat? There isn't much you can... Wait, I take that back. I remember one of the elders who recently started talking a little mentioned something. Apparently, back in the day, there used to be a way to get through Foreland Mountains, but not anymore. What could it have been?
Where are these Foreland Mountains exactly?
Those are the mountains you encounter if you walk deep enough into the Lavtu marshlands.
I don't remember there being any sort of path like that around there.
It's possible we overlooked something before. It wouldn't hurt to look again.
That's the spirit. I see, that's the area that I didn't go to yet.
We should be able to cook here.
Alright. So around this corner. So it's over there. Excuse me. Yeah! Excuse me.
That's no ordinary enemy I see over there.
Excuse me. Strange dogs.
Is the blazing sword okay?
A little water's not going to hurt it.
Armored soldiers!
Some of Volron's former guards.
Let's take them out quick before things get messy.
Lay down your arms and no one has
It's a little hard to stake glory on the Volron when he's dead.
I knew you were stubborn, but you don't have to be so damn dramatic.
Ow. Oh, geez, they're actually doing a lot. Did it? Nice. Ow. Ooh, they have a lot of health on them. Let's see if that works. Nice. There's so much happening. Nice. That was great. That was good. Nice.
That's it? Nothing else?
You take meticulous care of your fire.
Sweet. Let's go. Sweet. Is this the last one?
Consider yourself finished.
What's with the hole here? Is that supposed to be their hideout?
It doesn't look like it's freshly dug, whatever it is. Maybe it's the entrance to a path to Cyslodia. Everything all right?
Hmm? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Let's go.
Well, looky here.
Tell me, Alphen, wherever did you learn how to wield a sword?
I was wondering the same thing too, actually. I'm guessing you knew how to fight before you met the Crimson Crows, right?
I used to be a soldier who served a Dahnan master. I never saw the guy's face, but I still fought for him because he was my employer. Looking back, it wasn't all that different from being a slave.
A Dahnan master? That must have been before the Renans brought you to Lenegis 300 years ago.
You must fight using real Dahnan techniques then.
Really? We used to have our own sword arts?
There's a lot of our own history we've lost since the Renans first invaded. It's not all magic and art. I'm sure it includes things like sword styles too. It's incredible and also a little surreal to see those arts still survive after all this time.
Not only that, but I first learned these moves while serving one ruler, only to end up turning my sword on the ruling class altogether. Pretty ironic when you think about it.
I apologize if I dredged up unfortunate memories for you.
Nah, we're good. It's in the past now. All we ever did in those days was stir up trouble.
You're using those skills for a good cause now. It's not all bad.
I suppose this is what people mean when they say that every cloud has its silver lining.
Exactly. He's using those sword skills to make the world better. Could be a lot worse.
True enough. I will stop worrying about mentioning it then.
Okie doke. I think that should do it for the skits.
This place is rather gloomy.
Why don't you lighten the mood for us while we're here then?
I'll see what I can do.
Hello.
No wonder we couldn't manage to find them. They've been holed up here all this time, hiding.
The remnants of Volron's forces. You think they were planning an ambush on Pelegion?
Possibly. Then again, knowing how blind their devotion is, maybe they were just waiting.
Waiting? For Volron, you mean?
Even though we already defeated him? But yes, I suppose you're right. For these guys, that would just be a technicality. They act more like worshippers than subjects. They're probably still in denial that he was overthrown in the first place.
Either that, or they were biding their time until the next crown contest. Either way, their allegiance is to their lord.
Who they're convinced and expectant will return. So in the meantime, they wait patiently in preparation for the day that he finally does. That's way more than just loyalty. It's no less than total subjugation.
Oh, hello. You guys are new. I'm just gonna squeeze right past you and get some of these mushrooms.
This might go well in that new recipe.
Yep.
Can't wait to see what you make.
You're the one making it.
Well, before we start, I do have to end the video. So thank you for watching. I hope that you're having a great day and that everything's peachy keen in your neck of the woods. Be nice, be good people, all the things. Thank you for coming to my PSA. Yeah, next time more of this. Goodbye.